Hey guys, it's Yolante. Welcome to my video, Glam 101. I'm going to be doing a full-on glam look for you on my beautiful model, Shani, today. Please like, subscribe, and share. I hope you guys really like this video. I am definitely going to be bringing more videos out to you guys soon. All right, let's get started. So first we are going to prep her eyes with the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I didn't use a primer this time, just a regular old concealer in a color that's lighter than her shade. I think this one is Warm Honey. And I just spread it all over her eye and make it as smooth as possible. Next, we're going to go in with the Studio Minx Cosmetics Perfection palette in the color shown here. It's a deep brown reddish tone, and we're going to use that as our sort of transition shade in the crease. And we're going to carve out her shape and add some depth to her eye. We're using a regular blending brush. I'm not sure of the name. If I find out, I'll put it in the description box. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. And you guys know me, I will speed up one side of the, if I do one face in regular motion, I'll speed up the other side. So we're just carving out her shape, going right on and just above her crease. And make sure you blend everything out. Next, we're going to go in with this black color in the Studio Minx palette. And we're going just below the shade that we used previously. And this one is definitely going to add depth and dimension to our look. This is going to kind of help add to a bit of a cut crease, so to speak. But once again, we're just cutting out and defining her eye shape. She does have a small eyes, so we want to make sure that we get a lot of definition around her eye, because we can lose some of it with us not having a lot of lid space. All right, next we're going to go in with this lighter shade, and we're going to blend out the first shade that we put on her eye, that deep brown. We're kind of going in with this sort of light orangey brown to blend out those edges. We always want to have blended out edges, guys, because that'll make the look more realistic. We want all of the colors to marry together. Now we're going to actually cut out her shape by using that same concealer. We're using a flat concealer brush, and we're just going to use that to sort of do a cut crease. By using a concealer or a eye primer, you are cutting out the shape, and that's going to give you more definition. If you wanted to, create a really sharp look, that's how you would do it, by using a concealer brush and using some type of lighter cream product, and carve out whatever shape you're interested in having. And just keep carving until you come up with whatever shape you want. You can do a small lid, you can do a something with a little bit more space. Like I said, our model doesn't have a lot of lid space, but we are able to create something nice here. Next, we're going to go in with this shimmery taupey color from that palette, and now we're just going to go over that space that we cut out. You guys can use a glitter, you can use whatever you want, but we're just using a shimmery taupey eyeshadow from the palette because it gives a lot of color payoff, and this is really going to make her eyelid space pop. All right, next we're going in with that black again, and we're using a blending brush, and we're going to just blend the edges in the corners of her eye, and we're going to blend that over onto that actual shimmery taupe that we just applied, and that's going to give her a cat eye, and it's going to make everything look more married together. We always want to blend, guys. Now we're going in with the color, the first color we put on, and which is the color that's right next to black. And now we're going to create a multi-dimensional look. So we're putting that color between the black and the taupe. And so we're creating a gradient effect. Instead of going from bottom to top, we're going from side to side and creating a gradient effect. All right, now we're going to go ahead and apply a gel eyeliner to her eye. You can use a gel, you can use a pencil, you can use a felt tip pen. For this look, we chose to use the gel because it gives more color payoff. And you will see that I am trying to get the lines as straight as I possibly can. Next, we clean up our mess using a wet wipe. And now we're going to apply her foundation shade. I'm using the Beakey, B-E-A-K-E-Y, Beauty sponges to apply her foundation. I find that sponges allow you to kind of get into the nooks and crannies of the face and to spread the product out and to meld it onto the face a little bit better than a brush can. Next, we are using a corrector. We're using the concealer correctors with the mini Real Techniques brushes, and we're mixing the orange and the peach color. Now you guys will notice in this part of the video, I do apply a lot of product. You don't have to apply a lot of product if you don't want to. I just happen to like to do a cake face sometimes, so that's what I'm doing. Now I'm using a concealer from the LA Girls collection. Again, I am using quite a bit of product. This is a full-on glam look. If you don't need this much product, please, by all means, don't apply as much as I'm applying. And we are using a shade that is definitely lighter than her skin tone because we are using the concealer to highlight her face. And now we're going to set all of that with the Real Techniques setting brush. And we mixed the Ben Nye Topaz setting powder with the Sacha Buttercup setting powder to create the perfect shade for her. And we're pressing it all into her skin, and we're setting all of those areas of her face that we put the highlighter on. Now we're going to contour her. Add color back into her face since we did use such light colors to highlight and correct her face. And you guys will notice we are talking a lot in this video because she and I have a great time whenever we get together, so we're having a great time, so you'll excuse all of the talking we're doing. All right, so we're just going in with an angled brush and we're just carving out more of her cheekbone to give more even higher cheekbone, which she already has. Now we're going in with a pressed powder that is her complexion to blend the concealer, to blend the corrector and the highlight powders together. And we go back in with that Beakey Beauty sponge to also press out any edges or any lines that may be there. Now we're going in with the Wet n Wild Rosé Natural eyeliner. And we're putting this in her waterline. And the reason we're using this is because, like I said, she has small eyes. So we want to use this sort of beigey tan color to add to the whites of her eyes. And it'll give her eyes the illusion. It'll give us the illusion of having a larger eye space. We're going in with a Jordana Best Liner in Jet Black. And we're going underneath the waterline. Just underneath the waterline, and you'll know because you'll be moving the hairs of your lashes. That's how we know we're right at that point, right underneath the waterline. Now we're going to add some lashes. These are the Velux by iEnvy, and we chose the diamond lashes. And I use the Duo lash glue for those who are interested. the latex free duo lash glue. Alright, and now what I like to do is take the mascara and blend her real lashes in with the false lashes. It makes the lashes look like they actually came out of her actual lid. So now we're going to end with the Studio Minx Cosmetics Precision Brow Pencil. I'm using the shade number 1, which is a dark brown. And this is going to allow us to carve out her brows. I love using this pencil because it gives a really great color payoff without having to use a gel. You'll notice a lot of makeup artists like to use a gel pencil because it gives a sharper look. Use a gel and brush because it gives a sharper look, but this pencil, as you guys will see, gives us a lot of color payoff. Okay. So I just go in and create whatever shape. Now I do have to be mindful that whatever shape I create will be based off of her brows. Okay, so we were able to create a really nice shape for her. And you'll notice I flipped the brush. On one side of the brush, this side right here is the spoolie to comb through, and then I flip it back over for this side right here, which is the actual pencil. This pencil is not like regular pencils that can be creamy or waxy, which looks shiny. This pencil is very much a matted look, so it gives a more realistic appearance. And then I like to use the spoolie and comb through it to create hair-like texture. I'm using a flat concealer brush, the same one I used earlier on her eyes to cut out her shape. Now I'm using that to go up under the highest point of her brow, and that's going to create an even sharper brow. And I do the same thing on the outside of the tail of her eyebrow to create an even sleeker and more sculpted brow. I like to blend out the concealer so that it's not wet. And now I'm going in with the Studio Minx Cosmetics palette, and I'm going to put the taupey color right under her brow, and it's going to make her brow appear very, very defined. Now I'm going to go ahead and contour the sides of her nose to give her a sharper look so that she doesn't look flat and one-dimensional. A lot of people don't realize that putting contour on the nose isn't just to make your nose look slimmer, which if that's what you want to do, then great. But when you're taking pictures, if you don't contour the nose, then your nose may appear to be flatter than it actually is. All right, we're going back in with our very first color, and we're going to use a pencil buffing brush and put that color underneath her eye, right below the black pencil that we put on her eye earlier. And that's going to give her eyes some depth so that she doesn't look like she's, we don't want her to look sunken in, but we also don't want her eyes to get lost. So by putting some color around her eyes, she'll have definition. We're using that same pencil brush, and we went in with the black this time, and we went a little bit higher because we don't want to put black all around the eye. It'll make her look like a raccoon, and we don't want that. We kind of go between the lash line and that bricky brown red. Cleaning up underneath, especially if there's any fallout. Now we're adding a blush. Doing something that has a hint of red in it. We're using a Studio Minx Cosmetics. This is a discontinued highlighter, an amber glow, but we're using this to add shimmer to her cheekbones. And now we're going in with the Studio Minx Cosmetics color called Starship. It is a lip lights color. The Lip Lights line from Studio Minx has a lot of shimmer in their colors. Some of them appear to be metallic. This particular color has a lot of glossy light and payoff. And so we chose to use this nice purple color to sort of play off her eyes. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, please like, subscribe, and share. I will definitely be bringing you guys some more videos. All right, love you all. Talk to you soon. Bye.